So it's all up to you guys. And you do another total, and you just take the difference from the other side versus this side, and you see how much you've saved. And that's the clincher. How much did you save in energy cost and carbon footprint? That's all there is to it. So this is the challenging of all of the 6 activities. And it's not for everybody. But I think actually,
High school?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I believe this
Yeah.
is more appropriate for high school than elementary school
Right.
or something. Okay.
we tested with the middle school kids, and they did do it pretty well. But there's only, it's a smaller number of kids that are willing to do this. Than,
In Romania, at least, we don't do finance in school, so that might be a problem. Because they won't see the importance of saving.
Mm.
So
Yeah,
it's,
high school
it's
probably
important
is.
to adapt to the curricula, because
so you do it more in high school?
yeah, we do, I think, economics in the 10th grade,
Yeah.
high school,
Yeah.
but not earlier than that, so they might not get, that's very
Maybe
bad.
if you said what you could buy with the money saved.
Yeah.
This is enough money for the sports field, for example. So many more books for the library.
For the summer camp.
That's something more, yes,
Yeah.
something they can relate
High
to.
school, yeah, it's also.
Well, we did something similar in a different activity that was more about sizes, and or weights, and we did, how many elephants or how many giraffes. Or how many,
Years ago, I remember doing a thing for science in English, saying that a Tyrannosaurus rex ate about, I think it was 7 tons of meat a week, which is equivalent to 28 children and 2 teachers every day.
That's awesome.
That's
We'll have to
probably the only
redo this
thing they
activity.
remember.
Yes. Now, any suggestions, just email me. We really tried to adapt. A lot of what you see were recommendations from teachers too, so we were very, very happy
Yeah,
to adapt it. Yeah.
feedback is appreciated definitely.
Yeah, and every country is going to be a little bit different, right? So that is really interesting, yeah. So, if you can use it at the high school level, by all means. But, and what I think would be interesting in that regard, you could actually, I don't know if this is possible here, sometimes it's possible in the US, you have sister classrooms where you team an older classroom that might be in the high school or a younger classroom that might be in the...
It depends. We usually have, in public system, we usually have high school just by itself without, I think,
The elementary school, the
Without
primary school in the same building.
They're separate buildings.
Separate buildings,
I
separate
think it all
institutions.
matters the involvement of the teacher, because you can do it if you want to.
Well, that's
Higher grade kids don't get mixed up with lower grade ones.
we have separate schools too, but sometimes they visit each other and help out.
Just by the usual conduct.
No, you need a teacher that's really involved.
Yeah.
Really close to.
So what do you think, at high school level, would it be possible then?
Also physics, because I learn about electricity, about energy.
That's right. So you take these different lights and you can tell, incandescence is highly different from how a CFL works and how an LED works. So I mean, that's a great place to do physics there. Superb place to do physics. Yeah. And then the energy efficiency, that's, you go into the energy, the efficacy, they call it. You can get into that in high school, whereas in middle school, yeah.
Do how can we save in our
But do you have it too on your boxes now? They have the efficacy and all those
Yes.
types of information?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
So
color temperature.
color temperature, and yeah, you can talk about all that stuff, especially with this activity. Yeah, that'd be great. Oh, wow. Let's adapt it for high school. I think that's what we have to do, yeah? Okay. Okay, so what time is it? Does anyone know?
45, 10 minutes to coffee.
So, 10 minutes to well, actually, I think it's another,
Or
do
is
you
it
have another
5:30
presentation?
coffee?
Yes, I think it's 10 minutes.
One more person.
12 minutes.
Yeah.
You have 12 minutes.
Oh, thank you. So, okay, I don't know, I don't want to make it too much onus on, they call it onus, and I don't know how to translate that to better.
Emphasis.
Yeah, I don't want to make you feel uncomfortable, actually, about this next question, but I would like you to think about, can you adapt this and these activities in general, or you could just pick one, how you might adapt this, and if you can adapt it, and I just things like that, how you might make some changes. that sort of thing, to any of the activities. We talked about this one, but are there other activities that you might be able to use, and how would you change them? For instance? I mean, we could start with this one over here. Is there something you would change about the animal activity?
The game one?
The game. Did you try this?
It's not a real change, but we always talk about animals, but also plants.
Oh, there's plants.
Plants are also affected by evolution.
Yes. Which one do you have in mind?
Nothing in particular, but if you also change how they grow faster, you change the whole life cycle
Yes.
of the animals.
Yes, and that impacts the animals that eat that particular thing too. And you have animals, and they, Emma Stone from the United Kingdom found out that the bats, their arms don't grow as much under a street light. I mean, it's just different things that we want to do to be amazed at how much we affect. I mean, you can kill off whole species because they get gorged on the bugs, bats or birds, and they fly around lights and they die. Or they can kill off whole species, but you can really affect the numbers, and that has other effects for the ecology in the region. I mean, there's so much that goes on, and we're just touching the surface.
I can provide an particular example, but especially in Palma, where our wildlife is not so big as in other places, but we have many plants. Probably it's better to talk about
Plants.
how plants are affected by
Okay.
Well, I know one local example. Our sea turtles are good. Yeah, I know they hatch on Nogales. They're in terrible trouble in Florida. They hatch the night of the full moon. They head for the brightest light because that's the waves breaking on the sea, which it is on Playa Nogales, not in Florida.
That's right, that's right.
You know, I believe they're in terrible trouble in Florida.
Yeah, and the
all of them.
Yeah, and the animals one, we talked about the sea turtles and the birds and insects, actually. Yeah, we should have some on plants. So for this island, do you think that it'd be better to have something on plants?
Why not? Yeah, we can talk about it.
Would you be willing to do a poster on plants?
I've talked to my boss. Get some
Okay.
time. So I can provide
If
something.
you do, I can ask.
David is our
Oh, I did. Yeah, I've been waiting to meet David, he's the one who's gonna be keeper of the kit. So, kit keeper. But we can adapt this to the, but what would you suggest for an activity then?
I don't know.
Yeah, I have to think about that. Okay, that's good. We've had,
I actually have a test with a plant growing under a light in the classroom and measure
yeah.
in a week or 2 weeks how fast it grows compared to the other one.
Wow, that's really making it real, isn't it? Yeah.
You can actually see right there if it changes, if it affects.
An impact of that because again it's not impact on the life cycle, but also like a start, they live faster, and is that good or bad for them? So that the plant will die sooner,
Yeah.
but the other will live more quietly and longer.
That'd be
etc.
interesting
They will
question
have
to
a
ask.
more healthy life.
Yeah.
The other plants. That's not
But I mean, say you have a migrating bird that's used to migrating like the Parkland warbler at a certain time period. If the plants don't bloom at the right time for them to eat them, you're affecting other animals. So you don't have to do a game then. You could actually do the plant experiment instead of the game, right? That would be, that would be really good. I haven't heard the plants. So that's good.
Yes, you need whatever animal pollinates it and plant flowering to be synchronised, which is getting to be a problem with climate change.
And the experiment I include also the different lamps, white lamps, orange lamps, so you operation lamps. I mean, only two cases, but 5 cases. See how they grow.
Yeah, the Palma plants, I think it's probably less dramatic. Northern latitude plants, the day length is what signals them to flower or whatever. So if you have the lights on in spring, it's possible they come out too early and the frost comes. I don't know, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Actually, it's the length of the night. My father was a botanist.
My dad was a horticulturist.
Local plants are more affected by the daily
Yeah.
change.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the
Yes.
northern latitudes is
There's a big
seasonal
difference
change,
between
but
summer
there
and
is a daily
winter.
change. So,
Yeah.
so if you have a 24-hour
Yeah, but I mean, if street lights mean you have 16 hours of light instead of 12, then they're all going to think it's the middle of summer, or they might do.
And there are birds too that lay their eggs too early because there's so much light. So there's lots of things like that. Plants, birds, plants, animals.
I have a problem with a rooster next to my house.
You want to put blinders on the rooster so it doesn't always see this perpetual night.
No, just kidding.
Never crows in the morning, yeah. Actually, I was around here the other day, I thought I heard a rooster too.
Very possibly.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much. I think it was really wonderful. If we can sit down and I'll just wrap up but I think it's almost 5 o'clock, right?
It's 6 yes.
Can I tell you about Globe at Night? It's a one little activity that we do that's been going on for 10 years. I'll show you. I hope all of you will take at least one of these. I don't want to see anything here when I leave. You guys can take one. This, I'm going to pass it around. Oh, you've been doing it? Oh, that's right. You took some? Yeah. Well, she's been doing it for 5 years, she told me. Okay.